river, but it is a contaminated river. This is the Spokane River, which I would not recommend drinking out of it. But if you're lost and you come upon a river like this and you have to drink and you don't have a water filtration straw and you don't have the know-how how to make a filtration system out of bark and your natural surroundings, there's another way to get the water safely to drink it. And I'm going to explain that right now, and I'll show you how to do that right now. Alright, so the first thing you want to do is you want to come down over here and try to find the lowest part of the bank. And what you want to do is you want to dig an impression in the ground, a pretty good size impression. And what will happen is the water will actually seep through the ground and come into this hole. And you keep scooping out the sediment and the materials that are falling into it and stuff until, it might look a little murky compared to that, but you do not want to drink that. It has a really bad smell to it and stuff. And there's been cases where people have even washed their eyes and their face off because they're hot, and they still have gotten some sort of a bacterial infection from touching the water, even though they're not drinking it. And you can still get sick that way. So the main thing you want to do is you want to find a good sized flat rock that's pretty pokey that you can dig with. This is a great rock right here, this one right here. And then what you want to do is you just want to get down and you just want to start digging. And it might take some time to dig, but if you have a nice rock like I found, it won't take you long at all. And you get just to the right side of the edge of the water here. And as you get down, the soil will get a little bit softer and stuff. And then the water will actually start seeping into this hole. Sometimes you got to go down quite a ways. And if you don't see the water right away, there it is, it's starting to seep through now. You just kind of undercut the bank a little bit and get closer to the water's edge, and you'll get a little bit more. And this is the best way to do it, is just grab a rock, don't use your hands, and just let that soak through. Now it's coming through, but you don't want to get too close so it tries to come over. So now as that just sits there, we'll have the water start seeping in right through the side here. See how it's coming through? So you just let it seep through and let that fill up. And just let it fill up and soak through the ground. And as that's filling up with water, you just keep taking the sediment out of it until it's pretty close to clear looking. It ain't going to be perfect like the water is out here in the river, but it's going to be a lot cleaner because you're filtering it through the ground. And by filtering it through the ground, you're filtering out most of the sediments. Any contaminated stuff is coming through a pretty good 6-8 inches worth of ground here. And you can see it filling up right here. If you come closer, you can look down in there and you can actually see it starting to fill up. You can see the water moving around. It's coming through the bank here. You can see it coming through. And that's all we want. We just want the water to seep through and come up under it. And you just keep pulling out the sediment. And see, as I dig it out, I'm not digging any more of the hole out. I'm just getting rid of any sediment that's sitting in there. And it's not the prettiest looking water to drink, but it's still safer than drinking out of that. So we're just going to let that fill up, and then we'll go ahead and drink it. I mean, it's getting close. Now there is other things you can do. You can have a water